So, welcome everyone to the Sunday Sit Down. My name is Tom. This is the 14th Cannon, and today Arsenal have just beaten Crystal Palace 1-0. And yeah, let's get straight into it. The goal scorer, Eberechi Eze, was enough to get the job done. George Graham was in the stands as well, so had to finish 1-0 to the Arsenal, as he liked to have games finished back in the day. And I'll be very honest, it was a pretty boring game. I can't lie, it's a pretty boring game. Um, what this is website FotMob. What it does have is this momentum graph, which is pretty good. It pretty much shows how the game went. And as you can see, there really isn't anything until about the what minute's this? 50th minute. Yeah, as it shows here, the goal came out of nothing. I thought Crystal Palace played well in that first half. They created a few good chances, similar to what Fulham did last week. Um, yeah, I thought Crystal Palace played pretty well. Adam Wharton in the midfield played well. I thought Mateta dealt with the centre backs reasonably well, but we did enough to get the job done. And at the end of the day, if you're going to keep a clean sheet, all you need is one goal to win the game, and that is exactly what we got. Um, this is what the lineup was. David Raya was in goal. He's been given man of the match here. I don't know if I agree with that. We had Timber at right back, who was superb today. I thought defensively, once again, he was superb. Saliba came off at half time, which is a bit of a worry. I'm not too sure why. It could be just to rest him. I'm not too sure. Gabriel, who had a strong battle with Mateta today. Those two really went up against it, like Gabriel likes to do against these big strikers. Calafiori came in for Lewis Skelly today. Calafiori back in the team, started every Premier League game so far this season. Still not any injuries, so hopefully that can continue. And once again, routine Calafiori performance. I thought it was good. Standard Calafiori. Zubamendi, for me, I don't know on Zubamendi. He's really not convinced me yet. He's not convinced me yet, I don't think. I feel like all of these Arsenal fans who want to say, oh, signing of the season, stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not hearing that yet. And to be honest, I don't think he's an upgrade on who we had in that position last year. So far, I don't really get the hype around him so far. But at the same time, we're only a couple of months into the season, so he's still got time to prove himself. Declan Rice again is Declan Rice. He covered both boxes, both halves of the pitch really well, which is exactly what you expect Declan Rice to do. He did come off injured though, so hopefully it's nothing too serious and we can rest him in the week, and then he's back for Burnley, I believe we've got, who, well, they won today, so that's not going to be an easy game away from home. Burnley have looked good so far, especially at Turf Moor. Saka off the right, people saying that he was a bit quiet today. I'm not too sure about that. I thought he was one of our better players. I thought he was quite explosive when he did get the ball coming up against this left-hand side of the Palace defence in Gahey and Tyrick Mitchell. It's never going to be easy for him. And yeah, I thought he gave him a good game. I thought Saka played well. He's very unlucky not to score with that shot that went absolutely, which was miles out and just past the post. Eze, for me, man of the match because he was the match winner. 1-0 to the Arsenal. It was a great goal from Eze. You can get the shot map up here. There it is. Sorry. Yeah, so there was the goal. For me, man of the match, I thought he played better once he'd scored the goal. I thought he had a pretty quiet start to the game, but once he got the goal, he looked like he got in the flow of things. Trossard off the left today. Sorry, I thought he was better than he was last weekend. Unlucky not to get a contribution today, either an assist or a goal, because I thought his performance probably deserved one. Although I'm pretty surprised that he lasted the 90 minutes. Sorry. And then Victor Gyökeres up front. Again, it was pretty quiet today. He just couldn't get goal side of the Palace back three, who, in fairness, played very well today. In particular, Lacroix, who, as you can see, has got an 8 rating on FOTMob. He was probably Palace's best player today. I do feel like some of these ratings are harsh, though. Mateta is a bit harsh. I think he could have been a bit higher. To say that Gyökeres had a better game, I don't agree with that. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I've got to say about the game because it was a pretty dull and boring one. The substitutions, Eddie Nketiah back at the Emirates, always nice to see. I do like Eddie Nketiah. I think he's a good player. But in terms of the Arsenal bench, Mosquera came on at half time and did the job. I've just had news coming out from Arteta's press conference saying that Calafiori was taken off because he was struggling, along with Saliba and Rice. We already knew about Saliba and Rice. Hopefully they're all right. But I've just said Calafiori survived another game without an injury, and Arteta said he's struggling, which is just ironic. Gabriel Martinelli came off the bench. He looked explosive. I think a 5.8 is a bit unfair. We saw a debut for Hincapié, which I am buzzing for him. He's only 23, by the way. He looks a lot older than 23 with his very masculine tattoos and his big muscles. He looks like a good one for the future. Mikel Merino came on and he looked a bit, well, I don't want to say sluggish, but he was a bit wasteful in possession. I remember when he came on, there was a chance. It wasn't really a chance, but Gyökeres did well, and he passed it back to Merino, and he tried playing it back to Gyökeres, but he managed to send it out for a Palace throw. That annoyed me, to be honest. I feel like we could have wrapped the game up there and then, but yeah, Mikel Merino. That's Mikel Merino for you. He's not the greatest of footballers, but when it comes to him in the box, he's very clinical. And then Lewis Skelly came on as well in that midfield area, in that left channel of the midfield. I'm surprised he didn't bring on Ranieri today. I thought it would have been nice to see Ethan Ranieri. I feel like he's been a little bit harsh on Ranieri in terms of minutes this season. But yeah, I mean, other than that, there really isn't much to talk about because it was quite a boring game. However, as it stands, it does leave us top of the table with 22 points, 4 points clear of second place, which is Bournemouth. Nice to see Manchester City dropping points this week. Same with Liverpool and Chelsea. Could you just imagine this being the table when the league season finishes? That would be quite something. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say for today. As I said, it was a pretty boring game. Yeah, thank you all for watching. I will see you during the week. I have some videos planned. But until then, see you then, I guess.